Welcome back to this agentic AI hands-on tutorial. In the last video, we saw how to build a simple MCP agent using SuperAgentX framework. In this tutorial, we are going to see some interesting use case. So let's begin. So the multi-agent app in this tutorial we are going to see is the multi-agent app to collect the product information from the website and it pass it to the second agent, which basically it exports as an CSV file. So let's go into hands-on mode and use a step-by-step tutorial and build this multi-agent app. So if you notice in the last video, I mentioned about the prerequisite to first create your project and set up your Python virtual environment. So let's begin. So in this example, I already created a main file and also I have created a virtual environment, and let's activate this virtual environment. Okay, activated. So let's run and see this file is okay or not. Okay, all good. Now and the next step is we need to install SuperAgentX. So let's install. Okay, everything's already installed. So all set. Now let's see what is the exactly this use case talks about. So this use case which has two agents. The first agent is a browser agent, which is basically if you see in the right side, I mentioned about the prompt. Go to google.com/shopping and look up iPhone details and collect their price informations. So basically the task is find details about iPhone models and how much they cost. So once this browser agent from SuperAgentX, which open the browser and collects the details about the iPhone and its price, and it collects this information and pass it into another agent, which is a CSV agent, which converts as a CSV data and writes into a CSV file and store it into the local directory. So from SuperAgentX out of the box, it supports Chromium, Firefox, and your local Chrome browser. In this tutorial, we are going to use the default browser, which is a Chromium browser. Now let's go and create steps. Now first go and create a LLM. As we know, SuperAgentX, which supports all the major LLMs, in this tutorial also we are going to use OpenAI. So let's import the library and use it. First I need to create SuperAgentX. I am giving the configuration for the LLM, which basically a dict model. We are going to use okay, so let's use GPT 4.1 and my LLM type I need to specify. OpenAI. Okay, now creating a object. Okay, now we have created LLM client, and the next step is create a browser template. Now let's see how to create a prompt template for the browser. First I need to import this one, SuperAgentX prompt. Okay. Browser prompt. Since we are going to use this prompt for the browser engine, so I have given this variable name as a browser prompt, and we need to pass some system message. So system message is basically which tells about some instruction to the browser. So go to this website and follow my instruction and collect the uh, data or write the data into a particular form. So that instruction has to be passed as a system message. I already constructed the system message, so let's use it. So this is system message. You are a precise data collection agent. Go to this google.com/shopping and extract the following details for each product uh, and the parameters name, price, seller, rating. And the results are generated, convert as a CSV format, and some instruction also I have given. Price should be numeric and the rating should be numeric and seller only name, and all fields should be accurately captured. Okay, we have defined the prompt and see what is the next step. Now we need to create a browser engine. So how to create a browser engine? Let's go to this SuperAgentX doc. Go to engines. SuperAgentX, which has a two engine. The engine itself is a default engine, which we already saw how to create a default engine in the previous tutorial. Now in this case we are going to use a browser engine and see how to create this. First I need to import from SuperAgentX dot need to pass the LLM client and the prompt template. And the prompt template is the system message we already said. What is the instruction that the browser has to do? All this, or we define that prompt template is we are going to pass to this browser engine. In addition to that, SuperAgentX, the browser engine, you can provide the browser configurations like if you want to use a Firefox and you want to run it in the headless mode. All these options are available, so please feel free to use and set various parameters if you want. In this tutorial we are going to use a simple default configuration for the browser engine. So just it's a two parameters are required. One is LLM and it's a prompt template. Okay, now we are going to create a browser agent. Now let's go to agent. First we need to import this agent. So need to pass, if you want you can pass, you can create a name. This is the optional one. and the main step is to provide a goal. To collect product. And the role I'm going to specify, you are an e-commerce expert. The prompt template we pass, and important step is to pass this browser engine to this agent. Okay, we need to pass say this LLM as well. Okay, so for the first agent, we have created LLM and its configuration, and the browser prompt instruction which is going to pass it to the LLM, and the browser engine is basically what browser are going to use and what all the browser configurations, whether the browser should be in the headless mode, whether the browser is Chromium, Firefox, all these configurations we are going to give here. So once a browser engine is created, the next step is to fulfill this agent. This agent name we are going to, which is optional one, and the goal, role, LLM, prompt template, and engine, all we have given. So the first agent is done. Now moving on to the second agent, which is CSV agent. This agent is collect the result from the previous agent, which is a browser agent, and it creates as a CSV file and write it into your local directory. So for the first step for this agent 2 is to create a CSV handler. So similar like MCP, SuperAgentX, which we call as a handlers, which is nothing but a tool where you can import this tool decorator, and you can import this base handler, and you can create a tool definition function. For this example, I already created this handler, data handler. Let me explain what it contains. Okay, for that for the CSV handler we are using a pandas. So let me install this pandas. Okay, all right. So from SuperAgentX, if you want to create your own tool, first we need to import the base handler as a base class, and you can create your data write handler, and at the tool decorator, I have created this CSV writer, which basically write this data into a data frame using pandas, and creating a directory and write this CSV file which name is called product.csv. So all this file, after this video, I'll give you the GitHub link in this video description, so you can use this and you can run and test how this multi-agent app is working. Okay. Now we need to define this handler or the tool. From data handler import data rate handler. Okay, I imported. CSV handler data rate handler. Now for the second agent, the next step is to create a prompt template. CSV prompt. So for this agent, we are not going to give any specific instructions to this LLM. So we just create a default prompt. Okay. Now next step is to create engine. We saw how to create engine. Earlier we used a browser engine. In this agent we use a default engine. From SuperAgentX. So what is the handler? Handler is nothing but a tool. In this second agent, the tool is a CSV handler, and I need to pass the LLM. We are going to use the same LLM here. So the interesting fact is, let's say if you have a multi-agent use case, let's say the first agent you want to use different LLM, and the second agent, let's say you want your own agent, which own LLM which you fine-tuned and you created. So if you want to use for each agent different LLMs, the framework it's a SuperAgentX which supports, and you can create and you can use it wherever you want. Now the prompt template, CSV prompt. Yeah, I think this default required parameters is good enough. The next step is to create a agent. Okay, so this is a second agent, right? CSV agent equal to agent of. Now let me call this as a CSV agent. Let me define the goal. Right. CSV data. What is the role? You are a CSV data expert. You're passing the LLM. Sorry, we need to pass the CSV prompt. And the engine is CSV engine. Okay, all set. So we have created two agents. The first agent is the browser agent, which go and collect the product information from google.com/shopping, and the second agent is basically a CSV agent, which waits for the data from the previous agent, and once it's received in a sequential mode, it starts writes the CSV data, and write and store it into the local directory. Now these two agents are created. So who is going to execute this agent in a sequential mode? So that's where the SuperAgentX, we call this as a pipe. The pipe is basically you pass multiple agents, whether sequential or parallel. This pipe it takes care to execute. It depends on the mode, sequential, parallel, hybrid. And also once its execution is done, this pipe from the SuperAgentX, it out of the box supports by default. You can expose this pipe as a RESTful API, WebSocket, or even client interface, CLI interface. This three CLI, RESTful API, or the WebSocket, these interfaces by default it supports. We can use it and expose this as an API or a WebSocket channel or just a client interface itself. So let's create this pipe. Okay, so I'm going to import from SuperAgentX .agentx pipe. Okay, pipe equal to so important criteria is I need to pass agents. We already know this use case is going to be sequential agents. So the first I need to pass browser agent. The second one is I need to pass CSV agent. Let's say if this two agent I want to run it in a parallel in a different scenario. So you have to either specify execute type sequence or parallel, or just this two square bracket in the opening and in the ending. This SuperAgentX pipe will assume and it will convert this two agent as a parallel, and it execute in a parallel mode. In this case it's a sequential, so that's why we just put single bracket. Okay, now this pipe has to be executed using pipe.flow query instruction I need to pass. Okay, so what is the query instruction? If you go into the previous this one, find details about iPhone models and how much they cost. This is the task I'm going to do. Find okay, created. Since this agents are going to execute in asynchronous mode, so I need to add await. Okay, all good. So let's print what is the result comes. Okay, all good. So for this two agents, the first agent is a browser agent. I have configured the browser agent and its required parameters like a browser engine, system prompt, all this one. The first agent is done. Second agent is to create a CSV agent. For that, first I have created a handler. In the previous tutorial we saw the MCP handler. In this tutorial we are using inbuilt SuperAgentX tool support. So you just need to import this tool and you can create your own business logic inside a method. All we have to do is just to specify this decorator @tool. And for the second agent, tool defined, which is nothing but a CSV handler. the prompt template, and the engine, and finally the CSV agent I specified. And this two agent, somebody has to take care and execute. That is nothing but the in SuperAgentX we call this AgentX pipe, and we are passing these two agents in the sequential mode. That's why I specified single bracket browser agent first, and the second is a CSV agent. And finally, we are passing this query instruction into the pipe.flow, and it execute and it gets a result. Okay, all set. So now let's run this multi-agent app and see what happens. I'm going to hit the main file. So as we know, this first agent is a browser agent. We are using Chromium default browser. This browser gets the instruction about go to google.com excuse me /shopping and collect the iPhone details and its price. Based on the system, the prompt instruction what we have given for the first agent, the browser agent, that's what has happens. It's now it's going to type iPhone detail in the search box, and go to the iPhone list page. Okay, now it's collecting the information about various iPhone models and price and seller, and it's each seller's the rating details. All this informations this browser agent is retrieving from this page. Just purely a no code. So in traditional way, using Selenium or different methodology, we need to, or using a beautiful soap, we need to write the various procedures to open this page and control the DOM and collect information. With the help of a LLM, especially with the SuperAgentX framework, just passing the system prompt and it performs this operation automatically. Okay, the first agent is completed and it's collected some information about this one, and now the second agent is started. It has the CSV agent. The results are written into the local directory. If you see the result, the first agent, which is a browser agent, it collected all the iPhone details and its price and the seller name, all this one. The second agent, the goal result, which if you notice, which is a CSV agent, which collected the information and created as a CSV file and written into the local directory, where it is written output slash data files, and the file name is product.csv. Let's see where it is. Okay, output file is created, and if you open this product.csv, it collected iPhone name and the price and who is the seller and what is the rating for the each seller. So all this information is written into the file. Yeah. Okay, so in this video we saw the multi-agent app, which I hope you enjoy this tutorial, which uses a multi-agent. One is the browser agent and the CSV agent, how to create and all. In the next video, we are going to see a different multi-agent app, and how to create in a sequential or parallel or even hybrid mode. Thanks for watching this video. See you soon. Bye bye.